Informatica Power Center interview question and answers. So, uh, when we get this kind of question, means in case of job failure in production, whom will you report? So, uh, in case of job failure, in production, whom will you report? As a L2 team member, if any job failed in production, first we will try to restart the workflow. First we try to restart the workflow. The production environment, first we try to restart the workflow. If it is still failed, if it is still failed, we will check the session log and try to find out the error and we will resolve it. What we do, we check the session log and we try to find out the error and we will resolve it. So if any code change is required, for any job failure, we will support to L3 support team. We will go for the L3 support team. This is development team, L3 support team to do this code change. So here we are, the developer is he has to see the production, any kind of job failures or errors or any specification that developer can see all the issues also. So next one is explain end-to-end project life cycle from development to production. This one already we seen with our earlier video with the diagram. So now again I am explaining this one. We will follow the below steps from development to production. We will do from development to production. So development is a lower environment. ETL developers will do the mapping development in dev repository. The ETL development will do in the dev repository using the tables in the development database, so which have sample data in the development database. Once the mapping development is completed, developers will run the workflow and load the data to development database tables. Also, developers will complete unit testing and move the code from development to test environment. So the test environment, which is called as QA and SIT, ETL testers will run the workflow which is in testing repository. So now we are moving to testing repository, and when they run the workflows, the data will load the testing database tables. ETL testers will do through testing with the testing database tables. If they find any discrepancies, testing team will raise incident or service request and assign to development team. So which is development as well as development as well as QA are both are do in a manner. Continuous manner is a cyclic process. The team will do the development, and the QA team will do quality testing. If there is any errors, it will go to the development team, and again it's coming. So when it is error free, then only we will go to the other mains, our core or UAT or anything. So the development should see issues raised by testing team. If any code changing is required, developers will change the code in dev repository. They do the unit testing, and again developers will deploy the code from development to test repository. Testing team will do the thorough testing again until they see correct data as per the logic in the target table, which is in testing database. Once ETL tester completes the testing, he will give testing sign off. Then we will go to the production environment. A team lead or a senior teammate will deploy the code from test environment to prod environment, which is production environment. First, team lead will do the dry run with the data of 2 to 3 days. Then it will okay. Then it will okay. Once the run is successfully completed, he will do the full load first, and then daily the workflow will run on daily basis in the production. This is regarding uh, end-to-end project life cycle from development to production. Next, how will you get updates in your projects from your client? So we are having clients will raise BR means business request or CR change request. So if there is any new requirement, so client will raise some BR, so business request. So any new things will they have to put. For that they will give business request. Change request means if there is any modifications do means if there are any report changes means if there is if there are any corrections will do by using the change request. Business request means new one things. So if there is any new requirement, so based on the business request and change request raised by the client, our team lead or scrum master will assign the work through the task in Jira. So we will see in the earlier interview questions Jira, how the Jira platform looks like. Here we are having at least of 10 members of we are having maximum of 10 members of team. In that we have one business analyst and one scrum master and at least seven members of team, at least seven members of team in each and every uh, project team. So we will get the data like in from Jira like sprints. So every sprint is having 10 days of 10 days duration. We have to do that sprint work, and we do that. So we will see one by one how much work is allotted through the sprint season. And also we're having developer is having 8 hours a day. In that 6 hours for developing and 2 hours for online discussions we're having. So that kind of things will be we have to upload in the Jira environment. So in this we are having user stories and like that. Okay. Next question. Project. What is customer perspective in data? So, what is project means? In data warehousing projects, customers needed ultimately business reports. What business reports? Customers expect the different reports like daily, weekly, monthly, and yearly reports. And also they will expect branch wise, city wide, state wide, zonal wide, country wide reports from the developers. So the next question is, what all other tools used in your project? So we are using Informatica Power Center, Oracle, SQL Developer for the database, DB2, and some flat files and some Azure cloud base we use, and we are using putty for Unix files and WinSCP for Unix files. Jira already we discussed for tasks, ServiceNow, and also we are using for the raise the incidents and service requests. If there are errors in UAT process, means user acceptance testing, UAT means phase, UAT phase, how will you resolve it? How you are maintaining versions? If any there are if any there are any errors in UAT, users will raise a ticket. Users will raise a ticket and assign to development team by using what Jira. As an ETL developer, I will modify the code. I will modify the code in development environment, and also I will do the unit testing and then deploy the code from development to test environment. So we are seeing the structure, how that test environment and how it is going to the productions. We are seeing same thing we have to do here also, and in this case we have used versioning concept. So here already it is developed now. So here that workflow we have to give check in and check out. So the uses of check-in and check-out are, so if we check out any workflow, so no one come and no one take that workflow for modification. So someone already check out. So someone is doing something on that. So other person will know it is in checkout state. So we don't disturb this one. So that's why we are using the versioning concepts, check in and check out to the maintaining the mapping versions in the development environment. So, okay. Thank you and subscribe. For more Informatica interview questions, please follow my channel and subscribe. Thank you.